will just finish this and let's see. तहरान हो अगर आलमी मशरिक का जनीवा, तहरान हो अगर आलमी मशरिक का जनीवा, तो शायद कुर्रे अर्ज़ की तकदीर बदल जाए. Translation: If Tehran proves to be the Geneva of the world, then the destiny of the world might be changed. I'm Dr. Ejaz. I belong to Indian Kashmir, and I'm a scholar of Islamic sociology. And it's a great proud to be invited in this prestigious and spiritual congress. First of all, I would like to pay my gratitude before Qudus Razavi, the brilliant think tank of Iran, for inviting me for this congress. Again, I am failing in my duties if I don't, inform you that we Kashmiris, as I am the ambassador of Kashmiri people here, I would like to inform you that we are highly indebted to the Iranian people, for their historical background with Kashmiri people. As in 13th century AD, it was the Sufi saints from Iran, 800 Sufi saints from Iran, who came to Kashmir and turned it and changed the mindset of the people there and changed them from fidelity Hinduism to Islam. For that, we are highly indebted to the Iranian people, and our culture, our tradition, our social system is highly akin to the Iranian culture. As far as my topic is concerned, though the theme of the topic is very contentious, and being a very petite scholar of this Islamic sociology, I would say that there is weeks and months together we cannot cover this topic: the justice in the contemporary world, justice for all and injustice for no one, in the teachings of Imam Reza. Though I have chosen my topic as the institutional crisis in the Muslim world and the relevance of Imam Reza. First of all, by seeing the institutional crisis, we can first see that society is the amalgamation of the institutional, like family, marriage, kinship, religion, economy, culture. These are the building blocks. We can say in sociology that society is just like a football, and these institutions make that football. But what we are seeing in the modern times, that these institutions are totally in crisis, and particularly in the Muslim world. First of all, the primary institution like family. When we talk about family, we can give hundreds of instances what sort of problems we are facing in the contemporary Muslim world. But with the paucity of time and your perseverance, I just only cite one example in the institution of family in the modern world. That is family disorganization. I mean, that gives the many more problems to come with this family disorganization. Number second institution, marriage. Now you can see, the late marriage has been erected in our societies. I was just talking to someone, outside this outside hotel, and he intimated me that the problem of late marriage is also now occurred in the Iran as well. Don't talk about Kashmir; it has been, in a culmination there. Then we can talk about the institution of kinship. Now, why is the kinship system in the modern world, particularly in the Muslim societies? The kinship relations have been diminished. They have been disorganized with the passage of time. And same is the condition with economy. Now, economy and education are the two major institutions in the modern world for their development of empowerment. But both of these institutions are in shambles because of the various reasons and because of the various examples. You can go through and read my full paper that is on the ResearchGate regarding this institutional crisis that has been published by the ResearchGate site. Now, all of these problems, there is a root, there is a gross root that why these problems has erupted in the modern world, and particularly in the Islamic world. Now, with the demise of that golden era, with the disintegration of Ottoman Empire, and with the eruption of the monotony and discordancy in these Muslim institutions, and with the change of Khilafat to Kingism, we have lost the empowerment of these institutions because of the various contentious reasons. Now the thing is that there was one French author, Louis Althusser. He has beautifully defined that the social problems within these institutions, and how can they be streamlined. Again, we can see that modern age is the age of science and empowerment, science and technology. We have we are lacking, developing those science and technology being a Muslim societies. Somehow, somewhere down the line, we have not able to develop that acumen of science and technology in our institutions. But to some extent, we have developed science and technology for the development of these institutions. But at the same time, we are lacking that knack of spirituality. See, we have everything at our disposal, like, from a spacecraft to a little small pin. Everything science has given to us. Now it's the age of artificial intelligence and latest social media digitization. But somehow we have lacked that spirituality and that teach of peace in our personalities, in our societies. Now the million-dollar question in front of us is that how we can restore, how we can reform that sort of peace and tranquility in our societies. Now the best answer to these problems, these institutional problems, the reformation of soul and tranquility in our societies is in the teachings of Imam Reza, peace be upon him. Now the Islamic world has produced some great personalities. As I was going through the virtual message of His Highness the Supreme Leader of Iran, he has narrated one beautiful line, that we have not given a full recognition to these great personalities. That is a totally, million-dollar question in front of us. We should give them the recognition they deserve. And if I am not mistaken, the first Congress of Imam Reza was organized in 1982. I might be wrong, but we are in the 2024, and it's the fifth Congress in 44 years we are organizing. So this is again a question mark, that why there was a lack of disseminating or spreading the thought and message of Imam Reza in our colleges and universities. Now, to be very precise, Imam Reza focused or emphasized on fasting, prayers, morality and ethics. Now these are the four tenets which I can see or is lacking in the modern world, particularly in the Muslim societies. Now morality and ethics are the two larger concepts in sociology. They can be, discussion oriented, but somehow we are lacking these morality and ethics in our system. To restore these morality and ethics, it can be gained with the prayers, with the humbleness and with the fasting and with the teachings and sayings of Imam Reza, peace be upon him. Now, like Iqbal Lahori, one of the illustrious poets, I will just finish in 3 minutes. Iqbal Lahori, one of the illustrious poets of Muslim era, and I have a specialization on him. He has said that कुरान में हो गोता जन ए मर्द मुसलमान अल्लाह करे तुझे अता जिद्दत किरदार कुलुल अफक में है पोशीदा जो अब तक इस दौर में वो हकीकत हो नमूदार. Translation: Muslims, delve deep into the tafsir of Quran, reveal to your character the secrets which has not been unveiled yet, might be unveiled in this age. So the tafsir of the Quran, the translations of the Quran is important for the Muslims in order to reconstruction and reformation of their society back to that, the level of peace and tranquility which they are in search. Now in the contemporary times, Imam Reza was very aware of of his age and all the atrocities against the oppressors, against these territories. Like contemporary society, in contemporary times, we have seen the United Nations organization have become an irrelevant organization. There are atrocities against Palestine. There is a conflict going on in my territory, though the situation is improving a lot, but still there are various atrocities and injustice is everywhere, particularly in the Muslim, these territories. As justice is being mitigated and operation adopted, spirituality has been denied. Now this line has a lot of meanings. Justice is being denied, justice is being mitigated, operation adopted, spirituality has been, denied in the contemporary society. In order to restore our societies, streamline our societies, these things have to be taken into consideration. Now, at the end, we can say that, with the teachings of Imam Reza, I can cite an example of Iran. I have no doubt in the fact that being a student of Islamic sociology and international relations, that I can see Iran as the leading nation in coming years who can lead Muslim world. I might be controversial, but this is my observation. They will lead OIC, they will lead the Muslim nations in the contemporary times, because Iran has not compromised with their values and norms. If we define values and norms, it needs a separate session, separate panel, what these values and norms are. Iran had intact, they are dominant, and they are leading towards their ways. I mean, this is the hardest sanctions from the imperialistic powers. Okay, so Iran has adopted the knowledge from Imam Reza's teaching. Now, this is again a question for us, that how Iranians are, so dominant amidst this the great economic crash. It is the teachings of Imam Reza, and it is their belief on the teachings of Imam Reza and other contemporaries of great whites and philosophers born in Iran. Again, Iran has adapted science, spirituality, justice from Imam Reza. Spirituality and science. The problem with the contemporary Muslim world is that we are not creating the balance between spirituality and science. If we adapt the balance between the spirituality and science, we will definitely be successful. Now at the end, I will just one quote of Imam Reza. With that, I will finish the business. Imam Reza, during his days, he gave the blessing to Sanabad mountain in Khorasan when our guide was taken to that museum there. He narrated that it was Imam Reza who gave Sanabad. It was Mashhad was known as Sanabad, and he gave a blessing to the Sanabad that one day this Sanabad mountain, it will be an economic sort of a pursuit for the Iran. And nowadays, after 800 years, it has become a rarity. So they have adapted the teachings of this great and legendary figure. At the end, lastly, just 3 seconds, I have some recommendations because as a scholar and as I have observed many of the sessions and many of the panels, like Imam Reza Congress should be organized on a routine basis with the message of His Highness Supreme Leader. Yesterday he narrated that we have not given a complete recognition to the Imam Reza and his teachings. 3 points. Number second, the quality of the papers should be maintained. There is a need of maintaining the quality of the papers. Ask Mr. Valerio and person there working in the Japan, what is their procedure of accepting the papers for the conference. Number third, research panels and presentations should be restricted to the only one panel. Being a researcher, I don't know what's going on the 3 panels. We are here, the 3 panels are going on there. I am narrating some insights for my university to include Imam Reza's thought in my university, but I don't know what's happening in the 3 panels. So there is a need of restricting only to the 1 panel. Number 4, after the end of the Congress, every paper presenter should be provided the extract of the content of the Congress and try to disseminate that in their own institutions. We should extract something from these panels and we should give to these our institutions. Thank you.
Sorry, you're deviating from justice.
Yes.
You're departing from justice. You speak a little bit over the time.
Just fun.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
متشکرم از دکتر اعجاز با سخنرانی. من یک مزاحی هم بکنم. آقای دکتر با ادامه سخنرانی و عدم التزام به وقت در حقیقت در نقطه مقابل با موضوع کنفرانس که عدل و عدالت بود باید عدل رعایت بشه. ممنونم از جناب آقای دکتر اعجاز تلاش کردن که با تکیه بر اندیشه‌های امام رضا بحران‌های موجود در
एक चीज़ मुझे मैंने जो ऑब्ज़र्व की ईरान में ख़ासकर एयरपोर्ट्स पर, चाहे डोमेस्टिक में भी गया मैं और यहाँ पर इंटरनेशनल में भी अभी हूँ, तो सिक्योरिटी चेक इतनी कम है ना यहाँ पर, मतलब वन कैन कन्फ्यूज़ समटाइम्स, مطلب جیسے دلی میں ہم دیکھتے ہیں آپ کے بیلٹ شوز مطلب واچز سب کچھ آپ کو کرنا پڑتا ہے, بٹ اٹ از مطلب یہاں پر بالکل بہت زیادہ کم ہے. تو سم ٹائمز دیٹ کین بی ڈینجرس اینڈ سم ٹائمز دیٹ از گڈ فار یور کنوینئنس. ہم ایران کے امام خمینی انٹرنیشنل ایئرپورٹ پر پہنچ چکے ہیں. ہماری آج فلائٹ ہے 5 بجے. تو بڑا ہی زبردست یادگار ٹرپ رہا کانگریس جس میں نے پارٹیسپیٹ کیا. تو یہ دیکھ لیجیے آپ. اینڈ آلسو مائی فرینڈ پروفیسر سعید, ہی ہیلپڈ می الاٹ. یہ مطلب اب ہمارا جو ہے انٹیمیسی اتنی بڑھ گئی کہ ہم ایک کتاب اب مطلب کتاب پر ایک کام کریں گے جس میں ایک پروفیسر بھی ایک ہیں ہمارے یہاں ایران سے, یونیورسٹی آف تہران سے, دیٹ ایران اینڈ کشمیر ریلیشنز. تو ہی از سچ اے گریٹ پرسن, ہی واز ویری کوآپریٹو وتھ می. جی اب ہم چیک ان بھی کر لیا ہے اور سیکورٹی چیک بھی ہو گیا. تو مہان ایئر سب سے بہترین جو ہے ایئر لائن ہے ایران کی, اور بہت ہی بڑا یہ بوئنگ ہے. تو ہم اسی فلائٹ میں اب انشاءاللہ گھر جا رہے ہیں. تو دعا کیجئے کہ سفر ٹھیک رہے انشاءاللہ. تو اگر آپ کا کبھی ایران آنا ہو تو آپ چوز کیجئے مہان ایئر ویز. تہران کے انٹرنیشنل